Hi, welcome back to Hydroponics Daily. Today we're going to be talking about re-vegging your plants. This is where you take an adult plant that's flowered and fruited and turn it back into its juvenile form. Now, this is difficult, but it's not as difficult as doing it with a human. You can't take a 70-year-old human and rejuvenate them back into an 8-year-old. If you could, that would be a license to print money. But in plants, it's possible with certain plants. There's certain hydroponic crops, ones that can't be named here, hops, for example. They can be taken from a plant that has flowered and fruited, and you can rejuvenate them. Now, the way you do this is that you revert them back into the photoperiod where the juvenile forms, the vegetative form was dominant. And so that's a long day. So you have anything upwards of 18 hours a day in lights, and then you leave them in those conditions. You chop the plants back and to the bottom, we're just leaving a couple of nodes, and then hopefully juvenile tissue will come from there. Doesn't always happen. Happens a lot more when you've got smaller plants. The bigger the plant has gotten, the less likelihood you'll get with success, but it is possible. And eventually you will get juvenile tissue forming that you can take cuttings from. Now, you wouldn't do this to create mother plants because the cuttings that you get from these rejuvenated plants don't take as well. Once the plant has flowered and fruited, something happens in the plant, not sure what it is, or plant scientists are not sure what it is, but it makes the cuttings far less able to take and produce roots and do it a lot slower. So what you would do is normally when you're rejuvenating, you're looking for a plant that's produced really good flowers, fruits, or some other trait of color, scent. And then you say, right, well, I want to take cuttings from that. And then you rejuvenate it, take cuttings from it, and then you produce mother plants from those cuttings. And then you could also go on to with the cuttings from those mother plants to create a crop. You don't do rejuvenation to get a second and third crop routinely. That's because it takes such a long time to do it, then you're better off starting with fresh cuttings and seeds. And also, when your grow media will have got tired and compacted, and the plant will be got tired as well. And so, you'll get pests and diseases will have built up, and you might have got bacteria in the xylem and the phloem and things like this. And so you're better off starting again. The second and third crops don't yield as well, and the quality is normally not as good. Other reasons you might want to rejuvenate is if your mother plants have been killed off, or your cuttings have been killed off, and you've got specific genetics that you want to retain. So that's why you might want to re-veg plants. If you are going into flowering and fruiting and you know that you want to rejuvenate that plant, then make sure you leave plenty of growth on the lower parts of the plant. Don't be defoliating like mad if you know that you're going to looking to rejuvenate that plant, because those are the tissues that you want to convert back when you switch them back into long days. So the plants can look pretty deformed, they can look pretty ugly, but eventually you will get material that you'll be able to take cuttings from, vegetative growth. So if you've tried re-vegging, you think I've missed something, is there a trick, is there a tip, is there a product that helps, then let me know and I'll do a second episode on re-vegging. So that's been Hydroponics Daily for today. Make sure you click follow to make sure you get updated on the latest episodes. Hopefully you'll notice that I'm flipping from episodes that are interested in amateur hydroponics to large scale, multi-billion pound hydroponics, to indoors, to outdoors, lots of different crops. It's not just, one specific type of hydroponics. So as it's a daily podcast, you can flip in and flip out depending on what your interests are. So thank you very much for listening so far. And that's been Hydroponics Daily for today.